Have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 5th of May, 2024. The day is celebrated as World Portuguese Language Day. May 5th is celebrated as the World Portuguese Language Day every year. It is to recognize the significance of this language along with the cultural heritage of Portuguese people worldwide. Famous people's birthday on May 5. From the history point of view, in 1916, Zail Singh was born. He was an Indian politician from the Punjab state who served as the 7th president of India from 1982 to 1987. He was the first Sikh to become the president. 1936, Major Hoshiar Singh Dhaya was born. Starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper, The Hindu states that enforcement drive seizes Bitcoin is worth rupees 130.48 crore in an international drug trafficking case. In January, the United States Department of the Justice had said that Banmeet Singh had pleaded guilty to distributing narcotics and forfeited about $150 million in the cryptocurrency. The Enforcement Directorate has seized the Bitcoin is worth rupees 130.48 crore following the arrest of one Parvinder Singh on the request from the United States authorities in connection with an international criminal syndicate named Singh DTO Drug Trafficking Organization. On May 1st, the agency had searched the premises of the accused in Haldwani, Uttarakhand days after he was arrested on April 26. The Hindu newspaper also states that India awaiting details about the arrest of 3 Indians in Canada in Nijar murder case, says Jai Shankar. A file photo of External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jai Shankar. External Affairs Minister says Canada has now provided evidence of the Indian government involvement in the Nijar murder despite India's repeated requests. India is waiting for details about the arrest of the 3 Indians linked in the murder of the Sikh separatist leader Hardeep Singh Nijar in Canada. External Affairs Minister Ajay Shankar said on Saturday, "I came across the news yesterday night that the 3 people have been arrested, apparently Indians of some kind of gang background. We have to wait for the police to tell us more," he said. The Hindu newspaper also states that Bombay High Court to decide on Goyal's bail plea on May 6. File picture of Bombay High Court. The Bombay High Court on Friday reserved its order in Jet Airways of founder Naresh Goyal's plea seeking bail on a humanitarian grounds in the money laundering case. Justice N. Jamadar to pronounce on May 6. The Enforcement Directorate on Friday opposed the interior medical bail sought by Jet Airways founder Naresh Goyal in a money laundering case. Enforcement Directorate officials told the Bombay High Court that there is no medical report to show that 75-year-old Mr. Goyal is too fit to be discharged from private hospital. Instead, his stay at a private hospital could be extended for a month. The single-judge bench of Justice N.J. Jamadar has reserved this order and said Mr. Goyal should not be discharged until May 6 from the private hospital where he is currently admitted and undergoing treatment. The court will pronounce its order on May 6. The Hindu newspaper also states that Congress will support cow killing impose Aurangzeb's Jizya tax. Yogi Adityanath says in Madhya Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath alleges that the Congress wanted to dent the reservation of OBCs and SCs. I claim that the party is in Karnataka. The Congress wants to implement Aurangzeb's jizya tax and also support cow killing as the party has become directionless. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister BJP leader Yogi Adityanath alleged on Saturday in Madhya Pradesh. They have said that in the Congress-led INDI, in the alliance government is formed, they will give freedom of food as the interest of minorities. Are the food interests of minorities different than those of the majority community? The bread, rice and regular food choices are same, but the majority community refrains from the cow meat. Mr. Adityanath said it at a rally in Madhya Pradesh's Ashoknagar under the Gunna Lok Sabha segment. According to the Hindustan newspaper states that 1 killed, 5 soldiers injured after terrorists opened fire on 2 security vehicles in Punjab. The Indian Air Force vehicle which came under terrorist attack in Pune on Saturday. 1 soldier was killed and 5 were injured in Jammu and Kashmir's Pune on Saturday after their security vehicles were fired upon by terrorists. The officials said that the firing was reported from the Sanai village of Surankot, and reinforcements from the army and the police have been rushed to the area. A gunfight ensued between the suspected terrorists and a security force near a government high secondary school in Gorasai Amuri of Midhat subdivision in Punesh. News also states that Indian Air Force gets delivery of its second C-295 aircraft. The Indian Air Force has taken the delivery of its second C-295 aircraft from the Airbus in Spain, and the rupees 21,935 crore projected into the modernized the Indian Air Force transport fleet is moving at the desired pace. Officials are aware of the matter said on Saturday. Hindustan also states that Anmala at Tripura Zoo provided air coolers, ice cubes, glucose to beat heat waves. Agartala to provide a respite from prevailing heat wave conditions. Tripura's forest department has made arrangements for air coolers, ice cubes, fruits, and glucose water for the animals at the Sipahajali Jala Zoological Park. Sepahi Jala Zoo employee provides water in a light enclosure. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, exports from key labor-intensive sectors declined 12% compared to pre-pandemic levels. During the last financial year, when goods exports shrank 3%, the outbound shipments of the textiles, leather, gems and jewelry and marine products saw a much steeper 9% decline to $78 billion against $86.32 billion in financial year 2023. India's overall goods exports have surged nearly 44% to $433 billion in financial year 2024 compared to $300 billion in financial year 2018. But imports during the period surged 46% to $677 billion in financial year 2024 compared to $460 billion in financial year 2018. While India's exports have been largely flat, the country's exports from labor-intensive sectors such as textiles, leather, gems and jewelry and marine products are seeing a sharp dip. India's shipments from these four job-generating sectors have declined in nearly 12% compared to the pre-pandemic levels 5 years ago. Financial year 2018 aimed an overall weakness in demand from the developed nations and stiff competition from the Vietnam and Bangladesh. During the last financial year, when overall goods exports shrank 3%, the outbound shipments of textiles, leather, gems and jewelry and marine products as much steeper 9% decline to $78 billion against $86.32 billion in financial year 2023. The comparable number in financial year 2018 and financial year 2019 stood at $90 billion and $88.14 billion respectively as per the Commerce and Industry Ministry data. From the banking and finance point of view, Reserve Bank of India action to have limited financial impact worried about reputational damage. Kotak Mahindra Bank. Late last month, the Reserve Bank of India barred Kotak Mahindra Bank from onboarding new customers through its online and mobile banking channels and issuing fresh credit cards with the immediate effect as a lender was found deficient in its IT risk management. Kotak Mahindra Bank is expecting business restrictions imposed by the Reserve Bank of India to have a relatively small financial impact, but is more concerned about the reputational damage, a top official said on a Saturday, hinting that it expects the Reserve Bank of India restrictions to last for a couple of months. The bank's managing director and chief executive Ashok Vaswani told reporters that it will have a limited impact on liability growth. From the aviation point of view, Air India reduces cabin baggage allowance to 15 kg for lowest fare segment. The Air India spokesperson said the fare families are designed to let passengers choose the kind of fare and services that is best suit their requirements, given that travelers today have varied preferences and a one-size-fits-all approach is no longer ideal. Loss-making Air India has reduced the free cabin baggage allowance to 15 kg from 20 kg for the lowest economy fare segment on domestic flights. The Air India spokesperson said that the fare families are designed to let passengers choose the kind of fare and services that best suit their requirements, given that travelers today have varied preferences and a one-size-fits-all approach is no longer ideal. Going towards the world news, including dead bodies in Mexico likely are missing. United States Australian suffers. Cyclone Hidaya weakens as it moves towards the Tanzania's coastline, officials say. Houston braces for flooding to worsen in wake of storms. Imran Khan accuses Pakistan Chief Justice Issa of acting biased against his party. Russian Su-25 jet shot down over eastern Ukraine, Zelensky says. Snakes almost on a plane. TSA discovers bag of snakes in a passenger's pants. Now going towards the science and technology from point of view. Science and technology says that the significance of Boeing Starliner first crewed test flight on May 7 explain. Boeing's Starliner spacecraft is rolled past a mural of itself on the side of the building at the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida before dawn November 2019. The spaceship is scheduled to fly on May 7. In crucial and a long delayed mission, Boeing will test fly its crew capsule with the astronauts Barry Wilmore and Sunita Williams on board. The story so far at 8:04 a.m. Indian Standard Time on May 7. An Atlas V rocket is set to lift off with a team of two veteran astronauts, Barry Wilmore and Sunita Williams, sitting inside a crew capsule called Starliner, built by Boeing. On the capsule third test flight and at first with the astronauts on board. The astronauts will be set for International Space Station ISS in the low Earth orbit. If a mission succeeds, the United States will, for the first time in its history, have two spacecraft to launch astronauts to the space. The first American in space. In this May 5, 1961 image released by the NASA, U.S. astronaut Alan B. Shepard Jr. is seen in his spacesuit prior to launch on the spacecraft. On May 5, 1961, Alan B. Shepard became the first American and the second human in space when he made a successful suborbital spaceflight aboard his Mercury capsule Freedom 7 AS. Ganesh takes a look at the flight of Shepard. There's a school of thought wherein the people believe that only those who come first are remembered, be it in academics, be it in sports, or be it in life in general. They say that the others are forgotten, including even those who managed to come second. There might be some truth to it. We all know that the Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin was the first human being in space, but unless you are very good with your trivia or have read the introduction to this article before dividing into it, chances are that you might not have known about Alan B. Shepard. This despite the fact that Shepard was the first American and second human being in the space. What is more, Gagarin and Shepard actually achieved their feats within a month of each other. Google Defense Application Store fighting Epic Games bid for the major reforms. A hearing on a proposed injunction is scheduled on May 2023. Google has asked a United States judge not to impose sweeping changes to the Alphabet United's application store play that were proposed by Fortnite maker Epic Games. Google has asked the United States judge not to impose sweeping changes to the Alphabet United's app store play that were proposed by Fortnite maker Epic Games in the company's closely watched antitrust fight. Google made its filing late on the Thursday in San Francisco federal court, where Epic last year persuaded a jury that the tech gained unlawful stifled competition with its controls over apps downloads on Android devices and payments to developers for in-app transactions. Center aims a sevenfold jump in wheat procurement from Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Bihar this year. Wheat MSP has been fixed at rupees 2,275 per quintal for the current year. Even as a ban on outbound shipments of wheat continues, it will be the dream for us to export now, Food Secretary Sanjeev Chopra said. Amid the heat of the ongoing Lok Sabha electioneering, the centre has announced plans to signify increasingly wheat purchase from the non-traditional states of Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Bihar, and set to a target of seven-fold jump in procurement to 50 lakh tons in the ongoing 2024-25 marketing year. Further, even as the ban on the outbound shipments of the wheat continues, it will be a dream for to us to export now, Food Secretary Sanjeev Chopra told the reporters on April 4. And lastly, there's a famous quotation said by Sir Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman, C.V. Raman, whose birth anniversary is 7 November 1888 up to 21st of November 1970. Was an Indian physicist known for his work in the field of light scattering, using a spectrograph that he developed. He and his student K.S. Krishnanan discovered that when light traverses a transparent material that reflects light changes its wavelength and frequency. This phenomenon, hitherto to unknown types of scattering of light, which they call modified scattering, was subsequently termed as the Raman effect or Raman scattering. Raman received the 1930 Nobel Prize in Physics for the discovery and was the first Asian to receive Nobel Prize in any branch of science. Mr. Raman says a famous quotation. He says that in some strange way, any new fact or insight that I may have found has not seemed to be as a discovery of mine, but rather something that had always been there and that I had chance to pick up. Okay, thank you.